LeBron James continues to defy time and make history in the NBA. In the Lakers' recent win over the Portland Trail Blazers, he became the first 40-year-old player to record multiple 40-point games in a single season. And as if that weren't enough, he also climbed to third place on the all-time NBA games played list, now with an astounding 1,542 career appearances. Leave your like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any updates. But what drives him to keep playing at such an elite level at this stage of his career? After the game, LeBron shared his thoughts on what continues to fuel his passion and determination. "I still love the game, and I still have so much to give, to basketball, to my teammates, and to this league while I'm here," he said. "I know I don't have much time left. So, while I'm in this moment, I'm going to give my all every time I step on the court. Why? Because I love the game. And now, I also have the opportunity to guide my son on his journey to becoming a professional player. Being by his side every day is a privilege." For LeBron, the game is no longer just about winning championships or chasing records. It's about legacy, mentorship, and passing the torch to the next generation. Of course, staying at the top of his game at 40 is no easy task. LeBron is dealing with a lingering foot injury, something he acknowledges will need to be carefully managed for the rest of the season and into the playoffs. Despite this challenge, his commitment to excellence remains unwavering. "It's something we'll have to monitor for the rest of the season and into the playoffs," he admitted. "But I'm glad I got a few days of rest and continued treatment to make sure I was ready to go tonight." Even with the injury, LeBron is putting up staggering numbers in his 22nd NBA season. He is averaging 24.7 points, 8.9 assists, and 7.7 rebounds per game, historic stats for a player over 40. No one in NBA history has ever maintained this level of production at his age, making his performances even more remarkable. Beyond his personal achievements, LeBron continues to rewrite the NBA record books. He now holds the record for the most 40-point games by a player over 40, adding to his already legendary resume. While LeBron's brilliance is undeniable, the Lakers still have obstacles to overcome. The team is currently in 5th place in the Western Conference standings, holding a solid playoff position, but several issues remain. One of the biggest storylines of the season was the acquisition of Luka Dončić, a move that was expected to turn the Lakers into an unstoppable force. However, the early results have been underwhelming. In his first 3 games with the team, Luka has averaged just 14.7 points, 5.3 assists, and 6.7 rebounds, numbers far below his usual production. But there's a reason for that. Luka had been sidelined with an injury since Christmas and only returned to action on February 10th. Understandably, he's still on a minutes restriction, playing under 30 minutes per game as he works his way back into peak form. The Lakers are hoping that once he regains his rhythm, the chemistry between him and LeBron will flourish, creating a dynamic duo capable of leading the team deep into the playoffs. After making a blockbuster move to acquire former Dallas Mavericks star Luka Dončić, expectations for the Los Angeles Lakers skyrocketed. The move was seen as a game-changer, a potential turning point for a franchise looking to make a deep playoff run. However, with fewer than 20 games remaining in the regular season, the team is still working through the challenges of integrating Dončić, especially after parting ways with their dominant big man, Anthony Davis. It hasn't been a seamless transition, and Lakers head coach J.J. Redick has been candid about the growing pains the team is experiencing. Chemistry doesn't develop overnight, and with a player of Dončić's caliber stepping into an already star-studded lineup, adjustments were always going to be necessary. Dončić has now played 3 games for the Lakers, but his performances so far have raised concerns. He has yet to score more than 16 points in a single game. His debut saw him put up 14 points in a win against the Utah Jazz, followed by a 16-point performance in a loss to the same team. Then, in a stunning defeat to the Charlotte Hornets, Dončić once again finished with 14 points. These numbers are far below what fans expected from a player who was averaging well over 30 points per game in Dallas. With Davis gone, the Lakers have had to adjust their approach, and some are beginning to question whether trading for Dončić was the right move. Davis was not only a key scoring option, but also the team's defensive anchor. Without him, the Lakers have struggled to protect the paint and maintain a solid defensive presence inside. Before the Lakers' matchup against the Hornets, Redick addressed the situation and acknowledged the difficulties the team is facing. "We're still figuring out the best lineup combinations," Redick admitted, explaining that the rotation is a work in progress and will continue to be adjusted based on matchups. The Lakers have been experimenting with smaller lineups, often playing without a traditional center. Redick emphasized that this approach takes time to perfect and requires patience from both the players and the coaching staff. "You have to build chemistry with a new group," he said. "It's not something that happens instantly. We have to figure out the best ways to maximize everyone's strengths." One of the biggest challenges for the Lakers right now is finding the right balance between their stars. With Dončić, LeBron James, and Austin Reaves all needing touches, the coaching staff is working on distributing responsibilities in a way that allows each player to thrive. For the first time this season, the Lakers are close to having their full roster available. With James, Reaves, and Dončić all on the floor together, this could be a turning point in establishing the team's identity moving forward. But finding the right mix takes time, and the Lakers don't have much of it with the playoffs fast approaching. The chemistry between these three will be a major factor in determining how far the Lakers can go. James and Reaves have been playing at an incredibly high level recently. In their recent victory over the Portland Trail Blazers, James exploded for 40 points, while Reaves had a stellar 32-point performance. The two have developed a strong on-court connection, something that Dončić will need to integrate into as quickly as possible. If Dončić can fully adjust to the Lakers system and find his rhythm, this trio has the potential to become one of the most dangerous in the NBA. James' leadership, Reaves' versatility, and Dončić's elite playmaking ability could create an offensive powerhouse that few teams would be able to stop. But Redick was clear that integrating a superstar mid-season is never easy. It comes with growing pains, adjustments, and a learning curve for everyone involved. Dončić himself has spoken about the difficulty of adapting to a new system, new teammates, and new expectations. The Lakers run a different style of offense than Dallas, and Dončić is learning how to play alongside another dominant ball handler in LeBron James. In Dallas, he was the primary decision-maker, with the offense running entirely through him. In Los Angeles, he has to share those duties, which requires a shift in mindset and play style. Another concern is the Lakers' lack of size in the front court. With Davis gone, the team no longer has a true rim protector, which has led to defensive struggles. Opposing teams have taken advantage of this weakness, attacking the paint aggressively. Redick has tried different lineups, including using James at the 5, but this approach has its limitations. There are also questions about Dončić's conditioning. After missing time with an injury, he has yet to look like his usual dominant self. His minutes have been somewhat restricted, and he has not been able to take over games the way he did in Dallas. Despite these challenges, the Lakers remain optimistic. The front office made this trade with the belief that Dončić would help take the team to another level. It was never about the regular season. It was about putting the pieces in place for a championship run. The hope is that as Dončić becomes more comfortable with his new teammates, the Lakers will start to click at just the right time. With a healthy roster, an elite trio of James, Reaves, and Dončić, and a coaching staff committed to making the necessary adjustments, the team is still in a strong position heading into the postseason. But time is running out. The Lakers need to figure things out quickly if they want to be a serious contender in the Western Conference. For now, it's a work in progress. But if the Lakers can unlock their full potential, they could be one of the most dangerous teams in the NBA when the playoffs begin. Throughout its illustrious history, the Lakers have been home to some of the greatest players of all time. From Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Wilt Chamberlain, and Shaquille O'Neal, to more recent superstars like Pau Gasol, LeBron James, and Anthony Davis. In fact, every few years, it seems like the Lakers are always able to land a big-name player to add to their roster, regardless of their situation. And with Luka Dončić now in Los Angeles, the question is not whether the Lakers can continue this tradition, but who they might go after next. Now, a new name has emerged on the Lakers' radar. Giannis Antetokounmpo, the two-time MVP and one of the most dominant forces in NBA history. While it may seem far-fetched to some, rumors are beginning to swirl that the Lakers could be preparing to make a move for Giannis. According to ESPN's Shams Charania, although Antetokounmpo has expressed his desire to stay with the Milwaukee Bucks, he has also made it clear that winning championships is his #1 priority. And for the first time in a long while, it seems like the Lakers are in a prime position to make a move that could bring him to Los Angeles. It's easy for many to dismiss this as just another fantasy of Lakers fans, who have long been obsessed with adding superstars to the team. But the truth is, no other franchise in the NBA has consistently pulled off major trades and free agent signings like the Lakers. Los Angeles has a reputation for being able to land superstar players, and with Dončić already in town, The possibility of another huge addition doesn't seem as unlikely as it might have a year ago. Luka Dončić is a 25-year-old superstar who has already accomplished a great deal in his young career. With 5 All-NBA first-team selections, a scoring title, and a trip to the 2024 NBA Finals, Dončić is widely regarded as one of the top players in the league today. His elite playmaking ability and scoring prowess make him an ideal centerpiece for any team, and now that he's in Los Angeles, he could be the player who not only leads the Lakers but also attracts other star players to join him. In fact, one of those players could very well be Giannis Antetokounmpo. Over the years, Giannis has proven to be at his best when playing alongside a capable perimeter player who can create offense and stretch the floor. In that regard, Dončić would be the perfect complement to the Greek Freak skill set. With Dončić handling the ball and orchestrating the offense, Giannis would have more freedom to operate in the paint and dominate on both ends of the floor. Together, they could form an absolutely unstoppable duo, a combination of size, skill, and versatility that would be nearly impossible for any team to match. Looking at it from a basketball perspective, Giannis and Dončić would have all the makings of one of the best tandems in NBA history. Giannis is one of the most physically imposing players the league has ever seen, and his ability to score, rebound, and defend at an elite level makes him a player who can take over games. Meanwhile, Dončić's vision and ability to control the tempo of the game would complement Giannis' skills perfectly. Together, they could form a partnership that would give the Lakers one of the most potent offenses in the league, while also solidifying their defense with Giannis' elite shot blocking and rebounding. Of course, while the idea of Giannis joining the Lakers may seem like a dream come true for Lakers fans, it's important to acknowledge that there are still many factors at play. The future of Giannis Antetokounmpo in Milwaukee is far from certain, but it is clear that his primary goal is to win championships. With the Bucks still competing at a high level, Giannis could very well decide to stay and see how the team performs in the playoffs. Milwaukee also has the ability to make moves to surround Giannis with the talent he needs to contend for titles in the coming years, so his decision could ultimately come down to how the team performs over the next few seasons. However, as Giannis enters his 30s and looks to maximize the remaining years of his prime, it's hard to ignore the allure of joining a team like the Lakers. Los Angeles has already demonstrated that it knows how to build championship-caliber teams, and with Dončić now in the fold, the Lakers could quickly become one of the top destinations for superstars. If Giannis does decide that he needs a new challenge, there's no question that the Lakers will be right there in the mix, vying for his services and potentially creating one of the most formidable duos in NBA history. What would this mean for the Lakers' long-term prospects? Simply put, it could elevate the franchise to another level. By adding Giannis to a roster that already includes Dončić, LeBron James, and a supporting cast that has plenty of potential, the Lakers would instantly become the favorites to win multiple championships in the coming years. The idea of a European super team in Los Angeles is an exciting prospect for fans and analysts alike. With two of the most dynamic players in the world at the helm, the Lakers could create a dynasty that would rival some of the greatest teams in NBA history. In the end, while it may seem like just another rumor for now, the possibility of Luka Dončić and Giannis Antetokounmpo playing together for the Lakers is something that cannot be ruled out. With the way the franchise is building and the talent they have already accumulated, it's entirely possible that the Lakers could once again land another superstar and solidify their position as the most dominant team in the NBA for years to come. As the trade rumors continue to swirl and more details emerge, one thing is clear: the Lakers are positioning themselves to remain a championship contender for the foreseeable future. And if Dončić and Antetokounmpo do end up teaming up in Los Angeles, the rest of the NBA will have to be on high alert. The Lakers could be about to write their next chapter in NBA history, one that could feature two of the most talented European players to ever grace the league.